Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Armstead family YouTube channel. So have you ever seen someone's fully decluttered house and been super inspired to do the same for your own? If you answered yes, this video is for you. Before we jump into today's video, let us know in the comments what is the main thing that had you pursue minimalism. There's no right or wrong answer, we would just love to know. And in this video, we're gonna give you 7 tips on how to get started on your minimalism journey. If you're new here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And if you hit that little bell notification, you will be notified every time we post a new video. So you definitely wanna do that. Without further ado, let's jump in.
Step number 1, understanding what is minimalism. So here's a definition of what minimalism can mean for you. The minimalist lifestyle is about living with only the things you need. Minimalists are free from the desire to buy and accumulate more. Instead, they find happiness in relationships and experiences. And that is from yours truly, Joshua Becker.
Another way minimalism is described is all about living with less. This includes less financial burdens such as debt and unnecessary expenses. For many minimalists, the philosophy is about getting rid of excess stuff and living life based on experiences rather than worldly possessions.
So for us, minimalism is about getting rid of the excess stuff so we can focus on what truly means the most for us in our lives. When we have too many possessions, it can end up taking too much of our time to manage and, take care of those things. So we want to be able to pursue our passions, our dreams, and the biggest desires in our life to help us live a fuller and much bigger life.
Yeah. Before we get into point number 2, I just wanted to point out that we look like twins.
We are twins.
I have black shirts and then like a couple, that you see in the videos all the time. And then he just has black shirts and white dress shirts. So whenever I wear a black shirt, I feel like I'm stealing his look. Anyways, so step number 2, you want to ask yourself what aspects of your home bring you the most overwhelm. So for us, it was that every part of the house had way too much stuff. We just had clutter in every single room. So there was literally no place that felt peaceful. Cleaning any room of the house was just a huge burden and took so long. And we just wanted to have a house that was quick to upkeep and not something that would take us hours or the entire weekend doing.
Step number 3, start with the easiest place first and complete it.
Yeah.
I mean, finish it.
So important.
So we want to be able to prevent overwhelm. Because when you take on too much, you get overwhelmed. And that's what we're trying to solve with minimalism. We don't want to be overwhelmed anymore. And we also want to build the habit of finishing what you started. There have been so many times that we get really excited and we start one project, then we jump to another project. And then at one point, we're like, which one is our priority? And then none of it is our priority.
Yeah.
So here we're saying we want you to be able to build momentum so that you can sustain this over time and not get burnt out. We're telling you it's okay to take your time. It's okay to start slow and build this into your lifestyle so that, again, it's not just one big declutter or one big organize. This is, hey, we're developing this lifestyle for the long run.
So step number 4, this is while you are decluttering, purging, all of that, you need to decide how to responsibly dispose of these things. So there is donating, selling, recycling, or trash.
When you begin decluttering, you want to make piles so that you can really streamline how you get rid of the things that you are going to get rid of. You want to make this process as simple as possible.
So when you're decluttering, you want to put things in like piles. So if you're decluttering your clothes or appliances, things like that, put them in piles so that you can dispose of them correctly. So you want to go through everything. So let's say all the clothes are going to be donated. Maybe you have a pile and that all just gets put in a box and you take it to donations. Maybe you have electronics that you want to get rid of. You know that you can take them to Best Buy or different places around, depending on where you live, where you can responsibly recycle those things. Or maybe you want to sell them. So you put them in a box and you gather everything that you need first, and then you decide on a price, you list them, all that good stuff. And then obviously if something is absolutely in terrible condition and it's not going to sell, it's not going to be donated, because some of these donation centers get a lot of trash and then they have to dispose of it. So if you already know it's trash and it's not worthy of being used anymore, then just toss it.
Step number 5, take a day or two to soak it in. You want to be able to really enjoy the space that you've just created to create more peace and more space in your life. And again, don't clutter your schedule with decluttering. We're trying to, again, really help you start your minimalism journey with having less. And that even includes your schedule. So you want to, again, just take time to soak it in. Ask yourself a few questions. Does this make you feel more peaceful?
Yeah.
Do you miss any of the stuff that you just got rid of? How does it make you feel? Taking a good account and recount of how this whole process has affected you will really help you in the long run. And not only that, this whole process will help refuel you whenever you start to think about where's the next project? Where's the next step in this minimalism journey? Where do I want to declutter next? Taking some time to soak it in and just enjoy the space that you now have will really help you in the long run.
Step number 6, focus on your items only. It's great when your whole family's on board, but for a lot of people that's not the case. So maybe it's a spouse or whoever you live with that they're just not into the idea. Don't let that stop you. Just declutter your own things. I'm sure you have enough to focus on. So with anything else, you practice what you preach. So if you're decluttering your things and your minimalism is benefiting other areas of your life, the people who live with you are going to see it. And they're going to be inspired and they're going to get on board. Maybe not right away, maybe not in the next month, but they will. And that's typically the case for a lot of people. We get messages a lot like, how do I get my spouse on board? And I was lucky enough that he was on board from the beginning, but it wasn't like he is right now. So there's levels to it. So he was just okay with it in the beginning. And then he started to declutter. And then now we've already said he is more minimal than I am. So, I never thought it would happen, but it did. So don't give up on those people. But just have a positive attitude, declutter your own things, and don't get upset if someone who lives with you doesn't want to declutter their own.
And lastly, and most importantly, maintain and enjoy the benefits of less. This whole journey for you and this whole journey for us is so we can have less things to worry about, so we can make space for more things that bring us more joy.
Yeah.
And help us lead a much fuller life with less things. And lastly, one of the key things on maintaining a minimalist lifestyle is to stop purchasing certain things that don't add value to your life anymore. So if you want to see more on that and get some ideas, check out this video that talks about the 15 things that we stopped buying as we became minimalist. So we hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, smash that subscribe button if you want to see more videos like this, and we will see you in the next video. Bye.